Hello everyone, this is Mr. Stamkos, and welcome back to another Hockey Talk video. And today I want to talk about mainly why I think Vegas will win the Stanley Cup in 2021. Now, just like the Boston video, I got 5 reasons, but I feel like I did a horrible job on that Boston video. I missed a lot of key points. I mean, I got like the bare basics across, I feel, but I looked into this one a decent amount more, so I'm hoping it's more informative. There's a bit of feedback, so I took it, and I hope you guys who are returning from that Boston video, see an improvement in this one. But anyways, let's hop right into it. So the first reason why I think that Vegas has the best chance of winning the Cup this year is they made a huge signing. They got Robin Lehner back, and as well as Robin Lehner, they have a great goalie combination with Marc-Andre Fleury there. But Robin Lehner, I think, is a top 10 goalie, easily a Vezina caliber goalie. Marc-Andre Fleury at his best as a top 10 goalie, still in the league. I don't know about Vezina caliber, but easily a top 10 goalie still. And just that combination is so overpowered in today's NHL. Easily the best goalie tandem in the league, I think. It outmatches, Rask and Halak right now. So, really good combo. And also some really consistently good numbers for Robin Lehner, and he's a solid playoff performer last year for Vegas. So, going over his stats, take into consideration most of these numbers are coming from Chicago. In 36 games, Lehner had a 19-10-5 record with a .289 goals against average, a .920 save percentage, and 1 shutout, and playing on a pretty miserable Chicago team, and posting a .920 save percentage. He only played 3 games with Vegas, so we're going to say it's like, a .918 save percentage. Pretty damn good. You can't ask for a better goalie, I think. But, in the playoffs, he stepped it up even more. He was 9-7-0 in 16 games played. He had 4 shutouts, and he had a .199 goals against average and a .917 save percentage. So, really crazy numbers for Robin Lehner. I feel if he's, at the top of his game like he was last year and the year prior, that Lehner is easily a top 10, maybe a top 5 goaltender in the league. Probably a top 5 goaltender in the league. He's just so good when he's on his game. So that's reason number one. Just that really awesome goalie combination. Lehner is just so good. He has great numbers, and especially on a great team in Vegas now. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a Vezina finalist this year. But reason number 2 now is Alex Pietrangelo is a member of the Vegas Golden Knights. Pardon me. And this is a huge signing for Vegas. Got him to a pretty decent deal, but he is a debatably top 5 defenseman in the NHL. There's always the question. I'm not going to say he's a for sure top 5 defenseman because other people can think differently. In my opinion, he's a top 5 defenseman in the NHL. Really good season last year, and with Vegas, he should do a lot better. He has the champion experience. He's a cup champion. He has that playoff experience that, Vegas could not use per se, but could really, definitely take advantage of. And, also a big step up for Shea Theodore here, getting himself a real, legitimate partner. I think Shea Theodore is going to go off the season. Don't be surprised if Shea Theodore is, a top 10 Norris Trophy finalist or even a top 5, because I feel Shea Theodore could easily get 60 points this year, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'd say even maybe 70. He's easily one of the best and underrated defensemen in the NHL, and Pietrangelo playing alongside him is going to be that much better. And like I said before, Pietrangelo has great offensive skills and defensive skills to work with. Going over his stats, in 70 games played, he had 16 goals, 36 assists, and 52 points, a plus 11 and 20 penalty minutes for St. Louis. And, just really good numbers there in St. Louis. Obviously, they didn't really translate in the playoffs this year. But just, the experience for Pietrangelo, the pure skill, and the pure, like, what is the word I'm looking for? Just the talent of Pietrangelo, the way he's viewed as that top 10 defenseman in the NHL. So good for Vegas, such a good signing. Moving on to reason number 3, I don't think I'm missing any players here. Vegas has awesome depth, and in the Boston video, I missed Andre Kasha and Nick Ritchie playing in Vegas, I think it was. So that was really my bad. Their depth looks a lot better with those two guys. But anyways, that's in the past. This is the present. So let's go over their depth. So forward line 1, you got Jonathan Marchessault, William Karlsson, and Mark Stone. They got on the second line Max Pacioretty. I'm going to say they bring back Chandler Stevenson and Riley Smith. On that third line, you got William Carrier, Cody Glass, and Alex Tuck. And on the fourth line, you got Thomas Noshik, Nick Cousins, and Dylan Sakura, who they picked up last year. And especially the wing depth, they got really good wings. Center depth is a little bit weaker. If you add that number 1 center in Vegas, I think it's honestly going to be that much better for them. Even a solid number 2 guy, because they did trade away Paul Stastny, which really sucks for them. But I think Chandler Stevenson could be a pretty decent number 2 alongside Pacioretty and Smith. And obviously the third and fourth line, so Alex Tuck really helps it out. Dylan Sakura is a solid guy. Running the rookie Cody Glass, Thomas Nosek's a really solid player. Just really good, solid depth, I feel. And on defense, it looks a lot better after last season. You got Shea Theodore, Alex Pietrangelo, which is, I think, the most deadly NHL defensive duo right now. Just so insane. You got Braden McNabb and Alec Martinez. A couple more shut it down kind of guys that can still chip in offensively. And then on the third line, you got John Merrill and Nick Holden, who are both, again, more shut it down guys who can chip in slightly offensively. And as a seventh defenseman, I'm going to have Nick Hague. I think Englund, if they sign him, he could be a seventh defenseman, but I think Nick Hague's probably going to be the more realistic seventh defenseman, given that NHL experience. And then obviously in net, you got Leonard and Fleury. So really, really great kind of defensive team who offensively can also produce really well with guys like Tuck, Smith, Stone, Karlsson, Marchessault, Pacioretty. They're a really good 2A team, and I feel like that can translate really well into the playoffs and regular season, along with just 2 awesome goalies, 2 Vezina caliber goalies in net. So that is my third reason. Reason number 4, they have a fairly easy division to play in, and I think Vegas is going to run away with it this year. I have them number 1. But the other teams, they got Calgary, Vancouver, Arizona, San Jose, Edmonton, Anaheim, and LA. I feel like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those teams are easily kind of borderline, if not miss the playoff type teams. Like Edmonton, I don't think is at that level. Anaheim, LA, Arizona's probably not at that level anymore. Losing Taylor Hall and Phil Kessel not being what they hoped. And San Jose, it's going to be a little bit iffy on San Jose, but I think they can rebound. But it's after last year, you never know, right? So I'm just going to hold them to the standard where they may just be like a wild card team. But Calgary and Vancouver are 2 really solid teams, and those are really the only true competition I think Vegas has in the division. And even after this offseason, I don't think they're going to be too much of a threat. But, Markstrom in Calgary and Holtby in Vancouver could pose a bit of a threat in the playoffs. But other than that, it's not going to be too hard for Vegas to, at least get to the second round or at least to the conference finals. And I'm going to peg them as a conference finals guarantee right now in the Western Conference, because moving on to reason number 5, they have a good bit of playoff experience. Minusing out 2018-19, they've made it to the Stanley Cup final. They've made it to the Western Conference Finals. And again, both of those series in 1920 and 17-18 could have gone either way. Vegas could have 2 Stanley Cups right now, and they could have 2 Stanley Cup visits. Because 1920 Game 7, that could have gone either way. Who knows how that could have turned out? Stanley Cup Finals could have turned out either way. So Vegas could already have 2 championships realistically. And I think all these guys on this team, like, going back to the depth, you got Pacioretty on Montreal, had some really deep playoff runs with them. Alex Tuch in Minnesota had a couple of runs. Mark Stone in Ottawa had that really good run in, I think, 16-17, where they made it to the conference finals. Really great. Pietrangelo there for St. Louis. Martinez with LA back in their glory days. Fleury with Pittsburgh. Leonard, not so much playoff experience, but he still has a decent bit with the Islanders. And now the Knights last year. You just got a really good playoff team. They know how to get it done in the playoffs. I feel like they're poised enough to get it done in the playoffs. And I know I'm a Tampa fan and I really want them to go back to back, but honestly, I think the real pick for the 2021 Stanley Cup champions should be the Vegas Golden Knights. And I think these are all really great reasons on why they should be your favorites as well. And now I'm just going to quickly go over some of their, notable signings and additions for the 2020-2021 season. They got Pietrangelo, Leonard, Cousins, Yurko, Dahlstrom, and Stevenson, assuming they sign him. Chandler Stevenson's an if, but I did want to slot him in here just to make it, because I think they will sign him, just to make it look a little bit better for them. But even without Chandler Stevenson, I think they'll do just fine. So, yeah, I hope this video was a bit better than the Boston one. I, took a few days to research this and, make sure that it's all in check and, kind of perform this video so it doesn't sound so sloppy, which it will, because I absolutely suck on camera and in front of, people and stuff. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed this episode of Hockey Talk. Leave your feedback down in the comments, and also tell me you like this type of content by leaving a like and subscribing, because, on a road to 100 subscribers, I would really appreciate it. But anyways, guys, this is Mr. Stamkos, and I'll see you in the next edition of Hockey Talk. But for now, bye.